For this effect, I could start off by asking the participant to name out loud any card they would like in the deck. Let's say they name the Queen of Diamonds. Now, they could change their selection if they would like, it doesn't matter. Once they are satisfied with their selection, if they wanted to, they could sign their card, but that isn't necessary. I would then ask the participant to go ahead and hold out their hand like this for me. I would place the Queen of Diamonds in their hand and they would place their other hand on top of it. Let's say I use the card box. So my goal now is to get that Queen of Diamonds to disappear from inside their hand. So all I have to do is wave the deck over their hand, snap my fingers, and if they move their hand off and look at the card in their hand, it is now a blank card. So, a blank card here, I don't think many people have actually seen. So, we're going to use this blank card to help us out. Now, if we look here, we can see the back of the card is still here, but the face of the card isn't here. So in order to get the face of the card, all I have to do is give the card just a little shake, and you will see the Queen of Diamonds appears back here. And if the participant would like, they can see that the back of the card is the same. And that is the trick. If you would like to learn how to do this, please stick around for the tutorial. Before I get into the tutorial, the cards I am using are the Richard Turner Gold Seal playing cards. I have a deck review on these, and I will link that in the description. I also won these cards as part of a brick giveaway from Sean Devine. I will link that unboxing and Sean's channel in the description if you would like to subscribe to him. So, for this effect, there is only one thing you need, and in this case, it's a blank card, okay? So, once you have your blank card, you're all set. The only setup is having the blank card on top of the deck, and that is the setup. Now, in the performance, I did it a little differently, and I will show you at the end how I did it, but I will show you right now another way you can go about this. So, for this, you're going to have the blank card on top of the deck. You can do any false shuffles and or cuts, just keep the card on top. In the description, I will link some false shuffles and cuts. Your next step is going to be having any card selected except the top card. So you could have the participant go ahead and cut to a card, so either the face or the top of the packet. You could dribble the cards, have them call stop and do the same thing. I will leave a link for the dribble down below. You could riffle down and they can select any card just by calling stop and then you lift up. Or you can just spread out the cards but leave your thumb on top of this top card, which then makes them choose one of these other cards. So, any way you want to do it, have them select a card. So let's say we go through and they select this card. Before they look at it, you tell them that you don't want them to turn it over just yet because you're going to turn around and then they can look at it just so you can't actually see it. Now, any move you want to do, you have to control their card second from the top. Okay, so this is just one control second from the top. So any control you want, go ahead. So in this case, we have the Ace of Diamonds. So when I turn around, okay, so my back is to them. One thing you can do is turn this card face up, riffle up one card, and put your pinky in, and then risk kill. Another thing you can do is when they're looking at their card and showing it around, imagine this is my leg, okay? So your hand would drop down to your leg, you would push over the card with your thumb on your leg, and then you would just bring your hand back like this, and then you can keep the break. It's a little hard to do on camera, okay? But you have the card here, and then you can come over. I push it off, and then I just kind of turn it over, and then I put my pinky in like this. So, any way you want, you're gonna have to get this card turned over, but with a break under it. So when you come back around, your hand is still face down like this. You're going to take their card, you're going to place it right on the face here, square it up, and then turn your hand over. So now their card is second from the top. I believe I mentioned earlier of controlling their card to the second position. That is true. However, it has to be second position face up with the blank card face up underneath, okay? So I just wanted to clarify that in case I did mention that. So your hand is down like this. They have their card, and this is exposed. It's on top, and then you turn your wrist over. You're going to do a double lift now and ask them to hold out their hand. If you're not familiar with the double lift, I will link my tutorials in the description. I have a couple of videos on them on a double lift, so make sure you check those out. So I turn over the card now, a double, and they think you're going to hand them the ace. It's the blank card. The ace is here. So you set down the card, and now you can talk about anything you would like, and the card is now blank, okay? So just talk about something that leads into the card becoming blank. Now, if you wanted to, you probably could stop here, which is a good trick. However, if you want to bring the card back, because it is on top, there are a couple of endings you can do. This is what I did in the performance. So when they were looking at the blank card, I caught a break under the top card. Now, you could pinky count, which I will link in the description. You could riffle up one card. You could dribble the cards and hold back on one, put your pinky in, and then put the top card down. Or you can casually spread off the top card, put your index finger in there, spread out the rest of the cards, explaining whatever, come back, lift up, put your pinky in, and square up. You just want that break. Now you're gonna pick up the Joker here, or the blank card, not the Joker. Put it on top of the break. Now you have a two-card break, and I did the shake change. You could do the shapeshifter as well, which I will link that both in the description. So quick tutorials for both of these would be put in your index, not your index, your middle and your thumb on the diagonal, okay? So in this case, I do it closest to my thumb on those corners, top and bottom. You could do it on the other corners, except there's a reason I don't do that. So you lift it up, you hold it like this, and really all you're going to do is when you shake your hand, okay, while you shake your hand like this, your index finger is going to come over, pull back this card, and then you're going to slow the shake down. So it's going to look something like this. Now, the reason I do it on those corners is because I can put it down like this and cleanly take it off. If I put it on these corners, that's you can do that. So when you shake it and you come back to the deck, now it's gonna be horizontal. So you're gonna have to turn your hand to drop it. So that's really the only that's the only reason why I do it on the corners with the pips, but it really doesn't matter. That's the shake change. The shape shifter is going to be the same thing. So you're going to do it on the corners, not with the pips. You're going to hold it, come over to these other corners. I like to do it with my thumb and ring finger. You can play around with your thumb, middle, thumb, pinky, possibly thumb and index, but you're going to hold these corners and then pull down on these corners here. Just pop, let go with some pressure, and if you do it right, it's gonna pop like that. So you can tell them to go ahead and watch the blank card, think of their selection, and if you do it right, it's gonna change like this, and then you can put it down. And that's another ending. The last ending I can think of is the top change. Now, I have a video on a very easy top change, which I will link down below. So you're going to catch a break as before, talk about the blank card, put it on top of this break, bring your hand in, continue talking while moving your hands like this. Your thumb applies pressure across this top corner. While it applies pressure, your fingers come in, and really these four fingers are gonna pull this card in, and this thumb is gonna push this top card out. So in, out, in, out. So if I do that, I talk, and then I do the top change. I have them hold out their hand, and now it's gonna be changed. And that is the trick. So I hope you really like that effect and some of those endings. And really quick before I go, I do want to go over what I did at the beginning. Another way you can actually do that control is by having the blank card on top of the deck, face up, and then turn the deck face up this way. Okay, so now when they name any card they would like, you're going to take the card, turn it face down, put it on the bottom of the deck, make sure it's squared up, turn the deck over, and now you are set up. So the only thing you have to do is a double lift, and you can proceed with the effect just like that. And that is going to be the video. So I hope you really enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you next time with a new video. Bye.